was explaining, wherever she has passed into today, they're still looking for her. She said she didn't have much to give to them, but just she didn't give them anything because she didn't have what to give to them. But they're still looking for her, they're still calling her, praying for her. So I've said something that is not money. I think Dr. Sylvia also always say that it's not about money, it's not about anything, about who you are. That's what will live here. Even if you try to fake yourself, your really self will be just come on.
Yes.
So thank you, Doctor. I'll give it over to you. I'm both inner peace, all this is really, really good. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. And to all you wonderful, amazing, beautiful, phenomenal ladies, the amazing Soneli, Maura, and everyone there that I might not even see. I know some of you are. Sorry? Priska, oh wow. How are you? It's been a while. Sending you lots of love. We are waiting for you in Liverpool. We really miss you. And so, lady, I look forward to seeing you again in person. Thank you also very much for joining, for being part of this empowerment and transformation journey. And thank you for committing to your empowerment and transformation. Our world needs more women like you and me who actually step out there because they are light to shine the light to a world that is full of darkness. So it's so important that we continue to empower ourselves, to develop ourselves so that we may be able to impact and transform our world and those around us. And I'm super proud of you, honestly. You all are doing amazing. You all are phenomenal. You all are having incredible, incredible impact. And thank you so much, Soneni. That was an incredible, beautiful read. And I hope you all have we are reading from The Power of Perception. Change your narrative and transform your life. And what chapter was that, Sarah? Where are we now?
It was chapter 9. I think we are going
chapter 9. Seeing beyond limitations, reframing perception and potential. Thank you so very much. And we had to overcome challenges through training our minds, training the way we speak, and also affirming, calling for those things that are not as if they were without necessary.
Sorry, Doctor. The one said, rewrite your story. Changing the narrative is chapter 10 here.
It's not reframing. Okay, we are rewriting the story now.
Your story, changing the narrative.
Yeah. Perfect. That's amazing. And for those of you who are watching for the first time, we are using this book, again, The Power of Perception, Change Your Narrative and Transform Your Life. We have an incredible group of wonderful, phenomenal leaders and women who are committed to transforming not only their lives, but the world around them, those around them. It starts from within us. And once we are transformed, we begin to shine, we begin to grow, we become fruitful, and others can benefit from our fruits. And we've gone through until we are actually in chapter 10 now. Well done, massive well done, from what perception is all about. So if you have no idea, I'm sure we've already shared in the group. And if you require the full book, which may help you, there are some places where you can complete or put your answers, reflect, so that you can know yourself better. You can become aware of who you are, about the thoughts you have, about your perception, about yourself, and about life. Because our perception will determine our reality. Our perception will determine the story, the narrative we tell about ourselves. And all of this phenomenal woman, if you are just joining today, we want you to go back in time. We have recordings there on Zoom. We have recording on YouTube, pardon me. Also on Facebook, that you can actually follow the past sessions so that you can get those foundational pillars set, because the foundation of a home is so important for that home to be intact. So we don't want you to just get to the top of where we are now without sorting out some of those foundational limiting beliefs or those foundational blocks that are limiting your growth, that are limiting your prosperity, that are limiting your light from shining, because we've got the wrong foundation. And unfortunately, the home will be shaking. The home will be fragile. The home will not be steady and, unshakable. As we look at this, and you were just going through, we're asking now, I just want to ask you all the questions. I'm sure you all have done it. We need to know truth is not the same as perception. While our perception may be truth, if we perceive ourselves as God perceives us, as we are created to become, in our full potential, in all that we're created to become, even when we are not yet there, then that is truth. And that perception is in alignment with our purpose, with our divine power and authority. And that will help us to grow and become all that we're created to become. However, if our perception is false, if our perception is based on what has happened to us, our past challenges, mistakes, or what people tell us, or our current situation or circumstances, while we are not saying that you should pretend or what you are going through is not happening, no, we are not saying that, but that's only a part of your life. That's only a part of the story. You cannot settle for a tiny part of your story and use that to define who you are entirely and remain there because you are battered now, you are broken now, you have no money, you are not working, and you just settle and think you are less worthy than anyone else who is working. No. We are not saying that oppress your emotions. We are not saying that, by you affirming, you actually refuse what is true. No. We are saying that have the whole picture. Know who you are. Understand God's vision and purpose for your life. Understand your greatest strengths because they are more linked to what you can do and who you are and all that you can become than your weaknesses. Your weaknesses can never define you, and you should never use that to define who you are and who you are becoming. We should work on our weaknesses and hence rewrite our story. So I want us to pause right now. I know you've read, I know you've gone through, and there is so much depth, there is so much wisdom in this book, and I'm so grateful to have been used, divinely inspired to write the book. What we are doing today, we are rewriting our story, we are changing the narrative. I want us to just pause. I want us to pause and reflect. What is the constant story we have been telling ourselves? I know for all those of you who have been attending these wonderful empowerment sessions, your stories have already changed. Your narratives are changed. Your narratives have been transformed, and you definitely see yourself like the great individual and leader that you are created to become. But I understand some people will be watching this video for the first time. Some people will still be struggling, because of the environment they are in. When you come here, you are empowered, you believe you are great, you go back to an environment where they tell you are nobody, where they tell you are worthless, where they remind you of your pain, where they remind you of your past mistakes and weaknesses. And then unfortunately, you begin to see yourself, you begin to take on that narrative, and you go and rewrite what you have learned today. We just want you to pause so you become aware again. We know every stage, every step of the way, we pause and we are aware. It's so important. It's a continuous process. I must be aware of where I am today. I was aware of where I was yesterday. If I'm not aware, I cannot grow to become better. Because I need to be aware I'm moving away from my destiny or my purpose. I'm giving less than I'm able to do to be able to take more actions that will inspire me to do more in accordance with my potential and the gifts I'm giving to share with the world. If I'm not aware, I will keep just doing things, thinking that I'm giving my best when I'm giving below my full potential. So every single moment of our life, even in this moment in time, I need to be aware. I need to be fully present. Awareness desires presence. Awareness requires full presence and no distraction. Right now, I'm with you. Right now, I'm committed to sharing these words of wisdom with you and learning from you, hearing your pain and working with you, helping you so your pain can become lighter. But above all, so you take responsibility in becoming all that you were created to become. I must be fully present to be aware of what you are going through, to be aware of what you are telling me. So awareness is a continuous process that we need to step into so we can consistently grow and give the best of ourselves and become the best of ourselves. So right now, again, I know you might have done this. I invite you to pause and become aware. Become aware of where you are right now. Right now, we are here at Voice of Nations. We are here on Zoom. For some of you who are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, this is where you are right now. I want you to become aware of the words you are listening to, the thoughts, the words that are going through your mind. We can be present but never listening. We can be hearing but never listening, and hence never understanding. So it's paramount that we are fully present, we are fully aware of our surrounding, we are fully aware of ourselves, our own mindset, what is distracting us from hearing these words and building ourselves. So right now where you are, I don't want you to go back to yesterday. I don't want you to go back to 1 year ago. I don't want you to go back even to an hour ago. I want you to be fully present and indulge in the moment, in the now, in this second. What are you thinking about? Thank you. Please, I want you to pause as you continue to pause and kindly reflect. I'm also on live. I cannot mute live. It's streaming on YouTube. So I want you to think, and be present, be conscious of what you are thinking about. Write down the thoughts that are going through your mind right now. Are they positive? Are they edifying? Think. Will yourself to think. Don't just be empty. Don't just be without any thoughts. Absolutely. Don't say, oh, nothing is coming to my mind. We've got the power to create our thoughts. As we think, so we become. It's our responsibility to think in one way or the other. It's our responsibility to speak words of life or words of death. It's our responsibility to think optimistically, positively, or in a pessimistic manner. So don't tell me there is no thoughts going through your mind. Will yourself, if you're present here, if you stop here to watch this video, it's not by chance. Pause and become aware of the thoughts you are thinking about yourself. So many thoughts may be going through your mind. Maybe your lunch, you have to eat lunch shortly. Maybe you haven't eaten enough, you're hungry. Maybe that person didn't give you that lunch. Okay, let's forget about those thoughts. Let's reduce it. Let's fine tune it. Let's create intentional awareness and intentional line of thoughts. How do I see myself right now? Who do I see myself as right now? Let me help you to guide you. Am I beautiful? Am I wonderful? Am I intelligent? Am I blessed? Am I worthy? Am I adding value by simply being here or everything I've shared? Some of you have shared your incredible experiences, and I want to tell you, no experience is invaluable or unworthy. Every experience is powerful and worthy and has the power to transform not only your lives, but the lives of those with whom you share those experiences and testimonies to. They see you as a point of hope if you've overcome something, or maybe you've not even overcome it, but you're here sharing. They see you as an epitome of courage, of resilience, and hope for them. So I want you to think, and I want you to acknowledge in your thoughts. And as you begin to think, words are alive. Our thoughts are words, but these words are trapped within our mind or our brain, in a better way to say that. Not really in our mind, even in our hearts. I can also say that because our mind goes beyond. Our mind cannot be measured in the lab, but your brain, there are some signals that they can use to measure your brain, level of activity and all of that. So mind is more spiritual. It's like your physical heart can be measured. But when we talk of mind, some people also refer to as heart. We cannot really measure that. So I want you to actually think about those thoughts. Remember, the thoughts are in your mind. They're still words. And I want you to take another step further. Remember, we are rewriting our story. Our story is not created from the external. You cannot allow people externally to create your story. No one knows you better than yourself, and above all, your creator, your God. And he reveals his plans and purpose for your life, not externally, but to you in the seed, in your spirit, the seed of greatness trapped within you. Just like an orange seed's fruits, greatness is trapped, is revealed to that orange within its seed. It's never going to give the potential of oranges, of seed, orange seeds becoming oranges to a professor in university, to a doctor. It is trapped within the very seed that has to become those oranges. His revelation for you, your greatness, your purpose is trapped within your very soul, within your mind, as a vision, as a word, as a powerful spirit. So, as you become aware, you cannot take the words externally to rewrite your story. You must take the word from your creator, from the author of your life. Anyone who creates any objects creates it with a definite purpose in mind. Before they even create it, they have already had the mindset, the vision. They've already written the plan. If it's a home, before a home is physically built, it's already been finished on paper. The architect has already designed the home. It will have this foundation. It will have this amount of rooms. The kitchen will be here. It's finished before the physical workman goes to work to build that home. Your life has already been destined. Your greatness has already been destined. It is within you. It is trapped within you. It is concealed within you as a vision, as a mental picture, image, where that word now is not only word, but it becomes tangible. It becomes flesh. It becomes an image, which is known as vision. So transform that thought in your mind of who I am. I am beautiful, I'm valuable, I'm worthy, and start writing it down. And start drawing that image, write down that vision, make it clear enough. You might not necessarily be the one to go to that destination all by yourself. You might receive destiny helpers, people to support you who believe in you, your vision, your dream, like myself, Sarah, and many others out there. But your goal is to write it down, make it clear, according to the blueprint, according to the manual, according to the design. So when we see it, we can support you, coach you, mentor you, so that that vision, that dream, that thought, that idea, which began as a thought, and then you transform it by writing it as a word, we can then empower, coach, mentor you to transform it to a tangible reality that every human can see, touch, feel the impact, and benefit from the impact. So you're beginning to rewrite. And why do we talk about affirmation? Affirmation is so powerful. For some of us, we've been given distorted narrative about who we are. For some of us, it's been for so long that the environment we are present in, the society, they love to give labels. They have labeled a group of us and packaged as Black. As if that's not enough. Choose if you're Black African or you're Black American or you're Black whatever and whatever. They continue to shrink that box, that place. So we become so tiny and minute that we don't have any impact and influence in our environment because we have been so reduced to those labels that keep shrinking and shrinking. And they ask you male, female. Were you born male, female, or you changed at some point? Were you this, that? You know, they continue. Do you see the system? They continue to refine, refine, refine. So you become so tiny, minute, and small that by the time you realize it, you've taken on the mindset and the narrative of those people, of your community, of the society. And then, unfortunately, that will be the story you will write. You will not be rewriting your story because you will be doing exactly or releasing or revealing the exact scripts they have written and handed to you. For you to rewrite your story, it means there must be transformation. There must be mental transformation. There must be a change of our way of thinking. Transformation goes beyond change, but we must embody it. We must believe it, and we must step into it convicted that I am beautiful. And when you step somewhere so boldly and confidently, well dressed, you don't need people to approve or to compliment you before you feel beautiful. You step in knowing whether they compliment me or not. I'm doing amazing. I'm beautiful. I love the way I'm dressed. I love who I am above all. I know the true worth and value in me goes beyond my physical looks. I am confident when I step into this place just by being myself, just by being my authentic self and nature in accordance with my Lord, my Creator's, design and master plan for my life. I am confident that I'm going to add value. I'm confident that I'm going to impact lives. Some will criticize me. Some will not even acknowledge that you changed their life. You impacted them. It's not important. Once you know the truth, it's like I give you £1 or you give me £1 and I go and lie that you didn't give me. You know the truth. You are not bothered. You just know that person is a liar or that person is ungrateful. You know who you are. You will not even spend time like we shared earlier in this book. When you live in truth, you don't need to always explain yourself. You don't need people to actually understand you. Of course, if they are willing because they want to learn from you, they want to benefit from your word and value, of course, they must understand what you are sharing with them so they can benefit from it. But there are some people who have chosen not to ever understand you and me because they've already made up their own mind. This is what you do. This is all that a black woman can do. This is all that a woman can do. This is all that an asylum seeker, a refugee can do, period. They are rigid. They don't want to hear anything else. You're not here to actually convince those people it's a complete waste of time. You're here to be your authentic self. Rewrite your story. Above all, that you know the truth about who you are. And how do we rewrite this story? So if you've written down, I've asked you some questions, the thoughts that are going through, and I'm speaking, I'm sure you're thinking about the words I'm thinking. You're wise, you're amazing. Yes, you might not have had all the education that you desire yet, but I am I am work in progress. Every day I educate myself. Today I'm going to educate myself more than I did yesterday. And tomorrow, with each new day, I will become a better version of myself, and only my best will do. I will never settle for less. Yes, I am aware I've not studied this and this. I'm aware of how limited my knowledge is, but that doesn't make me as a person limited because I am ready. I am actually willing and I am prepared to learn more, to gain knowledge, to gain understanding and grow so I may fulfill my greatest potential and be very valuable, not only in my family, but in my community and my world at large. So as you begin to write these down clearly, these thoughts that you have, how do we make it faster? It doesn't necessarily need to be faster. There are some processes you cannot change, okay? But for example, we can make an orange tree produce orange fruits faster, am I right? It doesn't necessarily mean that we are changing anything, okay? Through fertilizer. But there's just so much you can do. You cannot plant a seed today and tomorrow it becomes fruit. There's a problem with that seed. You cannot eat that type of orange fruit. I guarantee you it's not oranges. It will be completely different. The nutrients will not be the same. So when I say faster, it's not like I want to put pressure on you. No, there is a process. You can't get a child to walk faster than they have to. They need to develop. Their muscles need to be strengthened. And for every child, it's different. It will determine the height, how soon they can grow, how tall, and so many other things on their body build up and so on and so forth. So I'm not really telling you to be faster, but one thing will make a child to learn how to work, faster or more, still in alignment if they start training, if they start doing it gradually. If we never train a child to walk, we just keep that child sat there every single day. Believe me, even as a child grows, the child's legs will not fully develop the muscles and they will not be able to walk because there is a process. So what I'm saying, I don't want you to necessarily go so fast and say, oh, I've been thinking negative. Today I must change and become all that God created me to become. We are in the process. But what I want you to do is to get some fertilizers because fertilizers are part of the divine creation, are part of nature. God's divine plan to get you to grow, to train, and become the best of yourself. Affirmations are like fertilizers because words are life or death. Some of us are thinking we are not good enough. If we think a black woman can only achieve so much, who told you that? It's because people told you. It's because society gave you that label. Now you can start telling yourself otherwise. The loudest or the most consistent voice in our head, in our mind, will take roots and prevail and produce fruits after its kind. So to help you rewire your mind, your way of thinking, and the words you will then speak, and then the story, because the words will determine the story you tell, the narrative you give. And hence the narrative, the story you tell and write about yourself that will become a legacy. the more you speak those words, the more you affirm, the more you listen to words, that affirm who you truly are in God's sight. That tells you you're a victor and not a victim. Yes, you might have been abused. That was only in a moment. But the strength, the grace to overcome this is already within you. The power you have within you, because you're a spiritual being having a natural experience, is far bigger than any external physical power. It's an opportunity to remind you that we are not just functioning as physical entities. There is a deeper meaning to our human existence, which is the spiritual. And in this, as you rewrite your story, I want you to think about these 3 dimensions so you can rewrite your stories in the best way possible, aligned with God's divine plan. We mentioned your spirit, the spiritual element. Words are life, words are spirit. When someone speaks a word, you can't hold it, you can't keep it, you can't say, I destroy it, it's gone. They come so subtle. Am I right? It's spirit. You don't see it, you don't touch it. It's not physical, it's not tangible. The things of the spirit are not physical, are not tangible, but they are eternal. A word spoken over your life will have an eternal impact if you allow it to be nurtured and nourished within your soul, within your mind. It will then sprout and determine your thoughts, which will now determine your words, and then your actions. And your daily actions in alignment with those thoughts and words you speak will then determine the habits you create over time, and then your destiny and the life you will live. If this is in alignment with divine creation, with your purpose, then you will live your true purpose and you must thrive and flourish. If this is contrary to God's ultimate plan and purpose for your life, then unfortunately, you will deviate from your destiny and you will struggle and perish. So at that level of spirit, I want you to become aware and like I said, what's a spirit? We have to have a spiritual transformation. Because everything we say physically, the narrative, the stories we say physically have already been formed within us. We just open our mouth because out of the depth of our heart, we will speak. I cannot speak anything that's not already within me. I've shared this with you before. Pressure reveals what is stored within a container. This physical vessel is the vehicle that actually contains or where your spirit dwells, and hence the Spirit of God that reveals to you everything you were created to become, your divine nature and mandate on this earth. So you need to have that spiritual transformation and let your spirit now govern your mind, govern your thoughts, determine your thoughts. So there is a spiritual transformation where the Spirit of God that reveals your true power, your true worth, and your true essence. And that revelation is final, is truth, is indisputable and unshakable. Once it gives that spiritual revelation now, you can then speak life into your mind. So through these affirmations, as you affirm, like the wonderful Shino was reading there, you were affirming, so we can reset. You can have a new spiritual revival, restoration, renewal. Your spirit may be transformed. Your spirit may be transformed through the renewal of the words, which are the words of God, which are truth and life. I am great. I'm coming over this obstacle. I am a victor. I'm not a victim. I'm destined for greatness. I'm a warrior. I'm a conqueror. I will build my life in accordance with God's plan and purpose for my life. I will impact my generation. I will leave a lasting legacy. I will touch the lives of everyone who has come encounter with me. And those who have impacted will continue to impact others. My story is not over yet. My brokenness will be used to mold me and shape me to heal other people's brokenness. My weaknesses are not the end of who I am. It's not the only part of myself. I've got strength. I've got gifts. I will allow this to define me. What you're doing, you're having spiritual transformation. You are renewing your mind because the next stage, spirit is not visible. Spirit is not of this world. The spiritual power, the spiritual narrative must now get into the exchange realm where the physical and the spiritual have an exchange, which is your mind. There must be a mindset transformation. where these thoughts, these words spoken, don't just remain a spiritual thing. I'm praising God. You know, some of those Christians, they are always with God. They just want to be in the spirit. They are never having a real physical influence and impact in the world. Because we are not spiritual beings. If God wanted you to be with him, he will not even bring you here. He will leave you in heaven as angels or as spirit. You will not be on planet Earth. He wants you to come and represent him. He wants your body, this physical vessel, as a vehicle, as a temple where his power, his authority dwells, so you may have impact and shine your light and have dominion. People will see your physical light, your physical good deeds, and the glory will go to him. The spiritual aspect, which cannot be seen and touched, but will be revealed through you. When the mindset transformation takes place, you now have to train your mind. You now have to transform your mind by thinking in accordance with those words. I am blessed, and then you write those thoughts. As you think and think and think, so you become. There are no two ways. As you continue to think on these spiritual concepts and revelation from the divine, from God who is spirit himself through his Holy Spirit, it means separated from the human spirit, who you truly are, your full potential and power, then your mind begins to be transformed. You have a mindset transformation. And you begin to see yourself as you think, so you are. The work becomes easy because now you're allowing your mind to be transformed. Your mind is governed by the spirit, not by the flesh, not by the physical, not by what you see, not by your reality. You're not denying your reality, but you know that I have ultimate power over this reality. This reality is not the end of my story. This reality is not even my story. Is needed to fine-tune my story. Is needed as a vehicle, as a route, as a path that I must walk to reveal my true power and tell my story. The road we use to go to destinations, to places, are not part of our life, but they are part of the pathways, the journeys, the channels we must walk to get to where we have to be to reveal the message, the greatness, the value we've got to deliver. This platform where I'm speaking, we are all present. It's not part of me. It's a channel. It's a pathway I must utilize right now so you hear me and get this message and benefit from this value I've got to add to you. So never use the physical. That pathway, that abuse, yes, it's a pathway because you're meant to heal those who are abused, but they are broken. They have not understood this concept of the greatness of the spirit. So you had to walk through that pathway. So in you, they see hope. In you, they see victory. And they see that because you went through that abusive relationship, yet you conquered, yet you can stand here today and boast and shine your light and heal others. They too can become. Yes, you went through that addiction. You had to go through that pathway for your ultimate purpose. Those who are addicted, they need you. They need to see that you walked through that path, yet you were broken, but never, never, never damaged or destroyed. You were broken so the light of God can get into you, so the message, so his word, so his power can get into you because you were so hardened that if you were not broken, you would never have received his light and word. So that you may be enlightened, you may be empowered, you may be knowledgeable of who you are and his plans and purpose for your life and step out and live it wholly and fully, unapologetically, impacting and influencing lives. So you accept, I'm broken, but I'm not destroyed. I'm broken for a purpose. So the light of God can penetrate me. The light of truth can penetrate me. It's like opening that bottle of Coca-Cola. You've always had Coca-Cola is toxic, is damaging, so that you may release it and we can now fill you with a refreshing spring of living water. So there is that exchange from Coca-Cola to living water. So wherever you go, you pour forth. Your words become a fountain of life, of living water flowing out to bless and replenish others who are thirsty and hopeless. The mindset transformation now, and eventually the physical, practical reality. We must take action. They've built that home. The architect has come and designed it, has handed the picture or the whole work to the builder. The builder never builds. That home will remain an incredible foundational pillar forever. We need to do the practical part. Our mind is governed through the transformation from the spirit so that it may be manifested. Now I can open my physical mouth. If I close my mouth, these words are still within me. Am I right? I'm thinking positive. Imagine, let me close my mouth for a minute. You won't hear anything from me. Let's look at how long I'm just going to be silent. In my silence, I've been blessing you all. In my silence, I've been praying for you, but you never heard me, and it will have no impact in your life. So that's it. My spirit has transformed my mind. The thoughts are there. The words are truth. They are in alignment. And I was speaking these words, but I never opened my physical mouth. Unfortunately, it had no impact. It couldn't have any impact on this physical realm. You could not have heard me. Those words are trapped within me, but I could never have been able to make the impact. These words were within my heart, my mind. If I never poured it out to a physical, tangible book that we are written here in my presence or absence, there is really no difference because you all with Sarah, the amazing leaders here, you are benefiting from this work. It's left me, it's a physical, tangible reality to transform lives and leave a legacy. That's the physical transformation and manifestation. Threefold: spiritual, mental, and physical, using our gifts, our skills to serve the world. So we rewrite our story. Some will talk about me now when they pick this book. Maybe all they know about Dr. Sylvia, she's an author because they've never met me personally. But this is a part of my legacy I've rewritten. May you go out today understanding these concepts and principles, using all the power and powerful tools from this book, from the word that is true, the power of positive affirmation, and transform your mind so that you may then go on and transform your way of thinking and eventually the words you speak and the actions above all. Because we may have all the vision in the world. If we don't take practical actions, then unfortunately, it will remain a dream forever. Faith is powerful. Faith without works is dead. We might forget you ever existed. God forbid. I know I'm not talking to those incredible leaders here because you all are women of action, faith-driven action. That's why you are here. You're women who rewrite their stories, not based on society's narrative, but based on truth and the revelation from God, the creator and the ultimate masterpiece behind your creation. I'm sure I've gone through my time. If not, I'm going to get a few questions. I'm going to leave you here with these, that you allow your mind to be transformed. You have this 3 level and you go and write. You have a powerful story to share with the world. Yes, even those wounds, even those whatever, they are relevant. They're part of this story. Your story will never be the same without you having to go through that situation. God bless and have a wonderful and a glorious, magnificent day. Just let me know if you have a question, you need any further addition, I don't know. Thank you. And go and reflect on those thoughts, speak them, and take actions. We are here to support some of you. One-to-one coaching, Sarah, those who want to book coaching, mentoring with me, please do get them actually booked so I can have that one-to-one session to work on your bespoke, or it means that you are special or you're specific, has desire to support you thrive in your full potential. Thank you so very much. And that's it. Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Sylvia. Thank you.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you also very much. Bless you. How was that? Any comment? What are you taking today? How was it to you? We just want to hear. You can unmute yourself.
What I know, I believe now, my weakness is not the end of my life.
Bless you. Bless you. Powerful. 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 It's only a tiny. There's a greater picture. Your strengths, your gifts, and all of that. Thank you, Sonen.
Yeah.
Who else? Mawa?
Yes.
Yes, my darling.
Qu'est-ce que tu as appris avec toi aujourd'hui?
Pardon?
Qu'est-ce que tu as appris aujourd'hui?
Hmm. Comme ce que l'autre fille a dit, je ne sais pas comment je vais traduire ça. Comme ce que l'autre fille a dit, ma maladie. Je ne sais pas si j'avais bien compris.
Ok. Tu as voulu dire quoi?
Tu peux traduire pour moi en français?
Qui a dit ce que toi tu as appris aujourd'hui?
Ok.
C'est pas ce qu'elle a
Parce
dit.
que, oui, j'ai dit.
Okay, Sarah,
Oh,
maybe
j'ai-
let
Yeah.
Sorry.
go on. Sorry.
Bon,
Ah. J'ai dit, tu n'as pas traduit en français. Il y a d'autres qui ont compris, d'autres qui n'ont pas compris.
Okay, you didn't get all of it. Sarah, later on, maybe after that, you just take a group. She
yeah,
didn't get all of it. Yes, but that's perfectly fine. But how are you feeling today, Marwa? How are you feeling after this session?
Yes, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling
Awesome.
okay. Yes.
Awesome. And are you positive about your situation and circumstance?
Yes.
Superb. Sarah, do you want to add anything? Anyone, if you want to add, Priska, anyone, please just unmute yourself. We are more than happy to hear you speak. If not, Sarah will definitely. And if you have any comment, please just put it there. If you are joining from Facebook, YouTube, we want to hear from you how blessed you've been through this session.
yeah, what I'm adding to the is that the baby doesn't grow the same day. So,
Oh, bless.
so yeah.
Is that Shino?
Sonedi, we laugh.
No, there's Soneni, but there was another person by her. I know Soneni is like Shino. I definitely know that. They look alike. I thought I saw another person. That's perfect. Okay. That's amazing. All right. Oh, sending you lots of love, darling. Superb. So we're going to end the broadcast now. You can listen to that if you're joining from Facebook. We are looking at rewriting our story, changing the narrative that you've been holding about yourself and writing the story so that you may have the ultimate truth about who you are and your potential. Thank you all so very much. We love you all and God bless you. We'll see you again. And please do
Thank
book
you.
one-to-one
Bless you.
sessions. Thank you. Love you
Thank
all.
you. God
And so
bless you. Thank you.
okay, my darlings. Thank you. So should I end the session now or?
Yeah, that's
Perfect.